I'm blessed, man. I mean, actually, I'm always, out as music director for BET looking for, new independent artists. I spend a lot of time in Atlanta here working on different shows. And so the opportunity to kind of host the mixtape party, because I host events, I host music events for BET in New York and in Atlanta and all over. And then as well as, so for this is cool because, Freeze is a movement. He's got a lot going on, and I was like, well, come on, host your joint. Let's check it out. So that's what brought me to Atlanta. But other than that, really just, getting geared up for Hip Hop Awards next week. And then I'll be back for A3C Hip Hop Festival. We're doing a BET event. We're working on that with them. I might be doing a couple panels. But for the most part for me, my focus has been pretty much my comedy career. I'm a stand-up comic. I've been doing it for like years. And so, as I do my executive job, my day job at BET, at nights I'm performing at comedy clubs, I'm hosting events, and I'm just around, multitasking.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned comedy, but I mean, you're so engulfed in the music industry as well. Is that part of your comedy act? Do you include just some of the...
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always some funny stuff happening in the music game. When you think about it, the #1 song in the country right now is a dude talking about hoes not being loyal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is kind of funny itself because it's like, no, like, they're whores. They're not known for being loyal, Chris. So what are you talking about?
Right.
So that kind of stuff. I mean, just funny stuff that happens. It's part of my life, and I enjoy doing it a lot. It's something I always had a passion for. When I did my first TV show, Hood Fab, on MTV Jams, comedy was a big part of that element. Brother was out in the streets giving away socks, you know what I'm saying? So it was, you know what I mean? So ultimately, comedy is a big part of my brand and what I do. And for me, I've been blessed to write on some different projects, some other pilots that are coming out, doing comedy writing, and so that's really like a transition for me. I've been doing music programming since radio, so I actually programmed MTV Jams for like 7 years, and then I moved to BET. And for me, the important thing that I tell executives all the time is like, okay, at some point, this is, a very youth-oriented game. It's always changing. At some point, your priority is going to change. You got to figure out what it is that you're passionate about, what it is that you love to do, that is going to sustain you for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Because, you can have a job and you be comfortable, but at the end of the day, you still have to kind of figure out, okay, well, what's my next move? And so I've been fortunate enough to have a lengthy career, but I've always never lost sight of the fact that, you have to have an outlet for your passion and your creativity if you're that kind of person outside of just, I'm an executive and I got a corporate card and, because that stuff, you never know. But for me, as an individual, I've just been really reaching out, going to events, hosting events, meet people. This is a great opportunity for me to just get out in Atlanta and just touch base. And again, meet you and all the other media outlets, online people who are out here really hustling, doing their thing. And this is the grassroots movement. And I've always been a part of the streets, a part of not the streets on the jail.
Not
street.
trapping out
No,
of there.
yeah, no, not the trap house. No, let's get that clear. But as far as but as far as trying to be in the know with artists and trying to find out who's that next person, you got to be out there. You got to put yourself out there.
Right. So you, when you're out in the streets and you're searching for the next artist, I mean, as a music programmer, what are some of the things that you're looking for in that artist? Are you looking for their entire movement, the buzz that they haven't, got going on in the streets?
It's a combination of things. You tend to look for the, you want to know that this person has something else going on, whether it's, they selling a bunch of mixtapes, or they getting some radio play, or they getting some online buzz, or they got a video, or their YouTube channel is popping. there are so many factors that, you know, you look for, and then also a lot of it is gut, man. Instinctively, when you hear something and you say, yo, I know that people can connect to this, and that's like a skill that a lot of music programmers have, to be able to hear a song and say, yo, you know what, I know if we give this the right amount of exposure, we will be able to, you know, break this artist. And so for me, you know, over the years, being able to, you know, just kind of like guide and identify new talent and role has been, you know, one of the greatest experiences for me. And the ability to, like, you know, I remember, first prime example, Migos. A year ago, I got introduced to them at the Hip Hop Awards, and they would kind of buzz in with Versace, but nobody really knew who they were. But when they walked into that pavilion, like, they were like, they go Migos, and people were like, ah! And I'm like, why are they screaming for these dudes? Like, I don't even know who these cats are. And here we are a year later. And shouts to Memphis. This brother from Memphis told me the smartest thing I ever heard in my life. He said, yo, Buttah, you know, one source of income is too close to none. So I can't sleep if I just have one job or I have just one thing going on, because one is too close to none. You lose that one, you at zero. So I was like, yeah, I need to think about that. I need to think about, you know, just other. So my natural talent is hosting and being a personality or whatever. So that's what I'm using to, you know, to escalate the other side of things.
Okay. What type of advice would you give to, you know, just young kids or college, you know, age students who looking to get into entertainment, because it's a boatload of those individuals out here. You know, you don't see a lot. Well, nowadays you're seeing more individuals that want to get into the technology side. You may see, you know, you still have your doctors and people that want to be teachers and things like that. But there's a boatload of people that want to be in entertainment business. What type of advice would you give them?
Sleep with everybody. So no.
Sleep your way to the top.
They don't give out degrees for that. So no, the thing, no, seriously, I would just say, you know, you gotta really want it, and you have to really put in the work and put in the hours. I think that a lot of times, I think especially nowadays, there's an expectation that things are just supposed to be given to you, and you have to work for them. And when you look at the people who are really making it, they work. Like, you know, when everybody else is in the club playing, they working. They in the studio, they're making the records, they're doing about their business, and it takes an enormous amount of work to make it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, I've been doing this for over like 14 years, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still not where I want to be, but I can see my progress over the years because of the work and the grind that I put in. And with everything else, it's like really about putting in the hours. If you really want this, you got to put in the hours. It can't be about, oh, you know, you waiting for the put me on ferry to fly down from the sky and be like, bing. No, it doesn't happen like that. It happens for some people like that, but you have to really do the work. And so whether it's, if you want to, you know, sing, rap, whatever, like, if you're really serious about it, you're going to be serious about it. You can't be like, okay, so where's your record? Man, I ain't getting in the studio. Oh, so, where's your website? Oh, man, I ain't got that. Oh, wait, what's your Instagram? Oh, I ain't on that. No, but you're an artist? No, like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so you gotta do the work. You gotta put the work in.